It's taxi vlog. Mirrors are all wrong. Okay, that's better. Now I can see out the back or the side, whatever. It's taxi vlog 211, I think. Somewhere about there. I'll put the right title up there. So it is the 26th of June. I know that for sure. The weather seems to be getting summery, but now since it is 8:41 in the evening, I won't be needing these anymore because the sun is going down and it's pointing in the other direction from where I will be going, so I will not have it in my eyes. Something like that. Well, you know, a week ago, that is last Tuesday, I came out here and I had every intention of having a good night, but it just conspired in such a way that I only had about 5 or 6 fares all night. Oh, I fucking hate this corner. It sucks. I'm out. Out of here. Ugh. All drivers need to come to office and fill in info update forms. I did that 2 months already ago. Leave me alone. Update. This thing is slow. This thing really is slow. Tick, 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 tick. Second and 83. Okay, so I probably won't be getting a call anytime real soon. So yeah, I came out here with every intention of doing well, and in the end it turned out that I ended up paying $1 an hour to be out here because all the money that I took in was less than what the lease cost me, and the fuel. So I was out here 10 hours. I was $10 under, so it cost me $1 an hour to be out here last Tuesday night. Well, fortunately the rest of the week was not so bad, and I ended up having enough money for doing the things that I was going to do on my days off and stuff, like getting groceries and the old routine shit, you know, the routine shit that happens on your day off when you should be resting instead of doing stuff. Like today, I'm working tonight. I don't know how much work I'm going to get done, but anyhow, after the last weekend, well, I took Cindy out for birthday dinner, and we went to Ferris Oyster Bar. I don't remember if we made a video there, but I didn't feel like making a video last week over dinner. I just wasn't into it. I had a good soup and sandwich. Cindy had some kind of curried prawns with rice or something like that, and she liked it, she enjoyed it, and the stipulation was that I could take her anywhere for dinner that she wanted to go because it was her birthday. Well, guess what? This coming weekend is my birthday, and this week I get to choose where we go, even if it's a place that she loathes. We'll be putting that on the Food Quig channel this week or next week sometime. Haven't recorded it yet, so we'll get around to that. Okay, where was I now? Pulling on to the very southern end of the Pat Bay Highway, or the Patricia Bay Highway, coming from Zone 83 into Zone 68, where it is that I like to sit all night and wait for things to happen. Friday night was good for a Friday night. I did almost 400 gross, which turned out to be okay. It was about $150, $170 in my pocket. It was a pretty good night as far as Fridays go, because Fridays have been really shit this year. So I was kind of relieved that it went as well as it did, and I didn't have any trouble with any customers or anything. Saturday night, the first couple hours I was out here, nothing happened. I had 1 or 2 measly little trips, and then it started getting busy. Then it was one after another, and one after another, and one after another, and kept going and going and going. And at one point I cleared in Esquimalt and I had a call right away to the ward room, which basically is a military home for officers, but they have a hall, like a reception hall, where they do wedding receptions and that kind of thing. Well, this time they were having a wedding reception, and I was sent for someone in particular, but there were just a few people there, and 4 of them got into my cab, and that was that. One of them wanted to go to Royal Oak. She was adamant on going to Royal Oak first. And this other guy said, well, I'm only going a couple blocks from here, so can you take me to Lamson? And I said, well, yeah, I think going to Lamson first would be much better than going all the way out to Royal Oak and then back to here in Lamson. And then the last guy wanted to go to James Bay. Well, okay, we dropped off the first guy at Lamson, no problem. He slipped a few dollars to the lady who wanted to go out to Royal Oak, which was fine. And there were 3 people left in the back. The lady was still awake, and the 2 gentlemen had fallen asleep on the way. Well, we finally got to the address at Royal Oak, and there was some $18 on the meter, which, you know, was about what it would have cost anyway. And then she tries paying with a credit card, which was declined. And then he tried paying with a bank debit card, which for some reason didn't work, and it's probably because he got the wrong personal identification number. And he tried it over and over again, and so then it locked, and even if you got the right number, it wouldn't work anymore because too many tries and too many mistakes had been made to get that to work. So she said, I'll go up and get some money. So we're at this condo building, and she says she'll go up and get some money. Okay. She leaves the door open. So there's one guy sleeping in the back, and there's the guy who's pacing around outside. Then he comes back in and tries to pay with the credit card, and I just figured she's coming to get with the money, so, you know, she's going to pay, but he wants to try with his card again. So we try with the credit card, and we try with the debit card over and over again, and I kept saying, you know, it's not working, it's declined, it's broken, it's fucked up. And he kept repeating, well, we'll try the other one. And how much do I owe you? And this guy was pretty gooned. He didn't quite, you know, these people who drink once a year maybe, and they're not accustomed to drinking, they give me more trouble than those people who drink a lot and regularly. The people who drink a lot and regularly, they're used to the routine already when they're drunk. But people who do not drink regularly and who are not in training, well, if you don't train, you don't end up being a good athlete, and it's the same with drinking. If you don't drink a lot, you will not be able to handle yourself while drinking. Quite simple. Well, we tried over and over again, and it didn't work each time. And then finally, meanwhile, there's a guy in the back still sleeping, holding a $20 bill in his hand. I wasn't going to snatch it from him, because these people said that they were going to pay their part first. So I'm sitting there with patience and waiting, and I think we waited about 20 minutes. I didn't know what the hell was going on, so I had turned on and turned off the meter as we went, and it ended up being, you know, about $28 with all the turning on and turning off of the meter that I had done during the time that we were waiting. So she comes pacing down, I think about 20-25 minutes after we got there, and she comes to the car angrily and says, how much is it? And I say, well, it's about $28 now. And she says, here, take 40. She grabs the guy by the arm and drags him back to the building, which is fine, really. And the other guy, I had to get an address out of him, so I had to wake him up. And I gave him a little pinch on the forearm and woke him up, and I said, so where are we going? And I had to try a couple times, but he finally gave me an address. Okay. So we boogied on down to the address in James Bay that he gave me, and I got him there, and then I had a bit of a time waking him up when we were there, and he says, well, where are we? I say, well, we're right at your front door. He says, well, what do I owe you? I'll pay, don't worry, I'll pay. I say, yeah, it's only, well, they paid 30 of it, and now it's about 48, so you owe me about, $18. So he gave me another 20, so for the whole thing, which was 48 on the meter, which of course had some pause time on it, I got my 60 bucks out of that, and that worked out okay. Now the rest of the night ended up really good too. The next trip I had, I wasn't even downtown yet. I had gone maybe 3 blocks, and there were these 4 boys waving at me, and they went out to Saanich. Another $40. So, in that 1 hour, I made like $100, and the rest of the night ended up very nicely. It ended up very well, and towards the end there, I had one that went out to Bear Mountain. Now, Bear Mountain is out of town a ways, and dropped the guy off on Bear Mountain at the condos right at the top near the Jack Nicklaus golf course, So I dropped him off up there, and then I had another call nearby, so I figured, okay, I got 35 minutes left, and since I'm out here and they need a car, I'll do this call. Why not? So I did the call. I figured it wasn't going to go far, but what it did was, it went up to the very top of the Highlands, like way up there. And my mother called me on the phone, because I usually call her on Sunday mornings like that. And she says, you're late. I say, Mom, I'm on a twisty, windy country road out here. I'll call you back, okay? Oh, by the way, I did get my new phone. It's a HTC. I don't know what that means, but it's really nifty, and I don't know how to do most of the stuff on it. And I specified I don't want a data plan. I want it to work with Wi-Fi if I need to, but I bring my computer along, so why mess with a little phone screen when you have a whole MacBook? So now I got my new phone, and I can text the owner of the cab without any problem, because it has all the keys, all the little QWERTY keyboard right on it, so I can, text the owner of the cab, and I've got a really good plan without data, so it's not going to cost me any more than my old phone did, and I think it cost me like $28 or something for this new phone, plus a $35 activation fee, which isn't too bad. And they give me 10 phone numbers that I can call in Canada, or I can have 10 phone numbers in Canada free. Like, if I was calling Cindy from my mother's place in Montreal, it wouldn't charge me long distance. Unlimited. And from here I can call my mother in Montreal, unlimited. Free long distance. Perfect. That's just the plan I need. But I only have 2 phone numbers on it right now, because those are the only 2 people I call frequently. The rest of my social life is online. I call people on, well, I do YouTube, and so my social life is online rather than on a phone. And I don't really want to put a lot of numbers in there, and I don't want people calling me. I specified also not to enable any voicemail. I don't want any voicemail. I might accept text messages, but most people don't text me because they know I don't text. So, perfect. I will not be troubled, and I will not be bothered at times when I do not wish to be bothered. And they let me keep my old phone number. They just had to put a different kind of SIM card in it, because apparently it's a new kind of network that they didn't have before. And anyway, yeah, that was the Saturday night. Yeah. Sunday night, was also pretty good. Oh, I got a call. I think I'll go for it. Sunday night was also pretty good, but the only problem is that most of it was in charges, so I had enough charges to pay for my lease on Sunday night and Monday night. So I figured, okay, Monday night will be the bonanza, Monday night will be the payback. I think on Sunday night there was one other, oh no, it was on Monday night that there was another wacko thing that happened. Okay, well, here's what happened. It was real quiet out here, real slow. By midnight I had 3 fares on, And by about 12:30, I got another call, and I had sat for 2 hours waiting for this. And I finally got sent to an address, and I got to the place. The guy was a little off, but I figured, well, you know, I'm not going to be too choosy about my clients tonight because I'm $50 under my lease. And usually I got my lease on by this time. So the guy says, "Are you going the same place as I am?" And I said, "Well, you didn't tell me where you're going, so I don't know." Anyway, he gets in and says, "Take me to," and he gives me an address that does not exist. And I say, "I'm sorry, I can't take you there." And then he gave me the name of an apartment building, and I said, "Oh yeah, I know where that is." So I took him there, and when we got there, he pulled out his phone and it was dead, and he asked me if I had a phone charger. I said, "No, I don't carry a phone charger." And then he said, "Well, my girlfriend's supposed to be here and I got to call her to pay." And I say, "Well, what's her number? I have a phone, I can call her." And he gave me a number, and then it said that this number is not in service. And then he says, do you have a lighter?" I say, "Well, no, I don't have a lighter, I don't smoke." He says, "Well, and he pulls out his phone and says, do you have a phone charger?" Needless to say, at 10 minutes to 5, I was about $35 under my lease, and I got a call, and I said, "Oh shit, oh no, this is going to be a short one, it's not going to take me very far, and I'm not going to get much for it, and I'm going to end up paying to work." Fortunately, on the way there, the guy canceled, and that put me in line for a time call at 20 after 5 that took me to the airport. And I made $15 in my night. I'm very thankful for that $15. Well, I'm at my destination, so hope yours is better than mine. Thanks, and good night.